Good Saturday morning on the Alan Osborne Show. It's, what is today? July 13th, and good morning in jail, Chaz. How'd that work out for you? I said, strange your pupils are so dilated in this bright picture light, but I'm not surprised. And you're happy as a Cheshire cat. Why? Because you're a fool. Newsflash update. Chuck Wilder, campaign manager, and Trey Nick and Tony Anderson fundraiser, Gary Shipman's aide, you name it. You know all the roles he plays. What he's in, the role he's playing this morning is inmate. He's in custody. And it ain't no doubt he's been sent off the edge. In fact, he's so off the edge and he's created such chaos that here shortly we're going to go to the sheriff for an update on the Chaz situation. You can't make this stuff up, folks. What is possession of a controlled substance without prescription, I believe, DUI, probably destroying Brad Drake and Barbara Morano's signs on behalf of Shipman, Tony, Trey, you name it. You know where Chaz came from, and we know who empowered him. Mike Barker, Danny Glidewell. These are the people that brought him and his chaos to the county. This is the same guy that stole a lot of our information when he was a county employee. You just can't make this stuff up, but we're going to go right to the source this morning. I hope you guys have been keeping up with politics. Trey Nick has a great new commercial out about his candidacy, and so does Tony Anderson, and they're both available on YouTube on the Alan Osborne Show. So without further ado, we're going to see what Mike has to say about his deputy's actions last night. Take it away, Mike. Well, as you're well aware, sometime last night, Chaz Galloway was taken into custody and my officers had to do that. Well, I need to update you on this situation because it's pretty serious, and that's why I'm here to update you. As we know, Chaz Galloway's been out of hand for some time and creating political chaos within the county. So what I had to do last night was take him into custody. He was found with controlled substances, and boy, this is going to make me look good because all the people who support me being in office were involved with Chaz Galloway, and it is backfiring in our face left and right. And we've got to do something about that. So I put together a plan back in June when we realized that Trey and Chuck and Tony could be beat, and that Gary Shipman's efforts and the efforts of developers to get Chaz to do this were not working. So I put together a plan, about that time of month, and what I did is, y'all know when my campaign started, my number 2 guy, Donnie Clark, he gave me $1,000. But things weren't looking too good with Murray in the race. And so what I did is, old Donnie on June 12th, he sent in a request, a public records request, to Osceola County while he was on duty to dig up some information on Murray. Because we can't have Murray get in here and then lose Tony and all. I mean, the whole world could come apart, the Good Old Boy Network. So Donnie did this on duty, and the next day he paid $33 for this information. On Friday, June 14th, he got it. He got that information, and 4 days later, a woman named Samantha Walker posted it on Facebook. Now, we realized Donnie might get caught from that. So on the same day at 12:43, Brian Schultz, my bail bondsman, one of the guys at my jail who had to leave here, he put in the same PR request to help cover up for Donnie. Except on June 18th, Schultz paid for his, but the information was already out there and Schultz was already using it. So, but that was going to help cover up where Brian got it for, but he couldn't have got it before he asked for it, right? And why did he ask for it after Donnie had it? We just got worried that this information was out there. And now Chaz is falling apart. Chuck owes all this money and looks like a fool. I don't know what we were going to do about it. It was getting pretty bad. So this is what we started an assault campaign. Now, honestly, I had enough information on Chaz to probably arrest him 1.5 years ago. But it wasn't beneficial to me to do so because he had naked pictures and other stuff of people in my family, that had done wrong. And I had to figure out how we were going to deal with that. But he got so out of hand, I waited until he scared Barbara Morano and Suzanne Harris, some 70-year-old people out acting a fool, and then he tore up some signs. So I finally took him in custody at a time when I needed great PR. And I've been rolling around to every event, hauling all these upper echelon leadership of my department, because they all know that if I don't get elected, and I really got in office on less than 3,000 votes in a primary, 60% of the people did not vote for me when I won the Republican primary. And we got worried about that, especially with Murray's qualifications and Alan Osborne out there telling the truth about what we were doing. And now Chaz has come unhinged, and God knows what information that he's sitting on that's going to come out when this is all over. So I just don't know what to do about it. But hey, we're going to keep covering up. We're going to do what the sheriff department does best. And we're going to keep things how we have to have them and try to survive till the August 20th election. Because if I get out of office, all my goons that gave me $1,000 each as my subordinates, and these people willing to do political hit jobs while they're on the clock at work, well, hell, they'll be caught if I'm not reelected. I mean, they'll be totally caught. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I mean, the jig will be up. We might have 3 good commissioners in office and a sheriff's department that might clean out the leadership. I mean, what would my cousin Clay do? I mean, really. So hopefully me taking him into custody last night will finally solve our PR issue that's going on, because my $100 million a year departments and my massive PR machine and the people I have embedded in my nepotism leadership, they might not be able to keep the wheels on the bus. And we're just going to have to do something about that. So full push to August 20th, trying to get reelected. And that's how it is on the Alan Osborne Show.